Hey guys, David with Twice Diecast. Got another batch of one of my favorite finds from 2024, and that is this legendary Japanese cars series. By the way, this is the seller on eBay that I have bought all of these through. I'm going to give that to you guys because they are an absolute great seller. Probably at my own peril because you guys will be buying up all of these models before I can get a chance to get the rest of them. So this legendary car series is marketed by DeAgostini, and they do a lot of different scales, a lot of 1/43rd scale models. This one is an officially licensed Honda. We've got a really cool Prelude. You can see that. We're going to get this open, but you can see on the base there, it's Prelude. Here is the car we're going to look at. And if you'll look at the picture to the right, that is a screenshot of the thumbnail for the video I did when I got 38 of these guys at one time. We have another batch of 10. We're about halfway through the set now. I think there's going to be 100 cars, and this group that we're going to look at today is going to start with 31, but really go through 40 through 49, which is what is currently available. This video right here, one more time, is where you can see a lot of these guys already. And I want to show you maybe the card art here as a picture so that you get an idea of how cool these things are presented. You get this in it like a book format. And this is the card art. The box comes inside the book. And it also comes, I'll share this because it's not going to be really easy to be seen. You get a little magazine here on the vehicle, and it has a lot to do with the actual vehicle, other cars that are in the series, just some technical specifications, a little bit of history on it. Again, Japanese car series or legendary Japanese car series is the name of this run from DeAgostini. Let's get this Prelude open and let's start looking at some cars. Some of my favorite true 1/64 scale stuff I have in my collection. So all I've done at this point is just take off the shrink wrap on it. I'm gonna do this once so we don't have to look at it every time, but I do want to show you the packaging and the construction of that. Decent cardboard slip cover for the acrylic case. Again, this is a Honda official licensed product and not a lot to the packaging. You will get a plastic base screwed down and an acrylic top. Pretty standard fare for most vehicles in this quality, kind of the premium 1/64 scale space. So let's look at the car. That's what we're all here to look at. This is a cool one. Very comparable to Tomica Limited Vintage. And what you're going to get on these, most of them you're going to get lensed headlamps and tail lamps. This one, it's got a little bit of a unique challenge on this vehicle. You had that light bar that went all the way across the back. We've seen it done as a plastic insert on some other brands. Not sure on this one why they didn't do that. Got a little muffler tailpipe action here on the back. Check out the Honda badge on the deck lid. That comes through really nicely, as does the Honda on the left. And then I believe that's going to say Prelude on the right, maybe Turbo. Not sure. This is a 1987 Prelude. And got some nice chrome and black rubber trim molding around the doors, top of the bumper, front bumper. Such a really iconic car. This was one of the coolest cars out there when I was a kid. 87. So I would have been 12 years old. I didn't realize this was a two-door. I kind of like the four-door Prelude as well. Such a cool one. This is a right-hand drive, black interior on it. Mirrors are, looks like they're added after the fact. but they do have some reflectivity to them, so that's good. On these, check out that rear wiper added to the back of the back glass. Just really well done on all the detail work. That is going to be number 31. I was missing it out of the group last time. And this is your 1987 Honda Prelude. We will check in at number 39 in the series with a Toyota Crown 1955. This thing looks spectacular. Got to be one of the first years for the Crown. I will talk briefly as I take this one off the base, and I will really streamline the unpacking portion in the cars next up in the lineup. So again, okay, 1955, actually Toyo Pet Crown, Toyota. Beautiful lines for those cars back in the 50s. Check this out. Nice chrome bumper on it. You can see the lens tail lamps I was referring to on the Prelude that we didn't get. Here they are on this one. Rubber tires with tread, a little bit of detail for your exhaust. Plastic base, lensed headlamps. Where else are you going to get a 1950s Toyota Crown? That's what I love about this series, guys. Cars you're not going to find with a lot of other diecast makers. Number 40 in this series is a really cool 1971 Mazda Savannah. And what can really be compared to a British racing green? It is an absolutely beautiful evergreen, darker green for sure, with a metal flake finish. Look at the fender mirrors on this, reminiscent of so many cars back then over in the Japanese market. Let's take a look at these wheels. They jumped out at me on this one because they are really pretty spectacular and how period correct they are. Love the indicator light detail on the fender and the quarter panel back here on the back. We definitely recognize that taillight scheme on this vehicle for back then. Mazda on the top of the deck lid right there. Really small vehicle. There's your base. Can't get over the green, how pretty it is. We'll watch this one go around. And I love the vents on the hood. Wish we could spend more time on each one. We'll probably do that on Diecast Media Network. I'll do them as some news and reviews. But for now, here is your 1971 Mazda Savannah. I think we all recognize this 1989 Fair Lady Z. This is number 42 in the legendary Japanese car series. And I love the mix of eras. We have seen cars already from the 40s up to the late 80s. And there are modern vehicles in this series. There's I think there was a 2007 Acura NSX in the last video. Go back and check it out. You'll enjoy that last video. All right, so we got lensed headlamps. Look at how they are done behind those lenses. That is really well done. See how it looks like the lens itself covers the bulbs that are recessed. I like how they did that. Wheels look pretty good on this 5 spokes. Pretty accurate. See, even almost some lug nut detail. Do they roll? These are not really rollers. These are definitely more display pieces. You can get the wheels to roll. See, we've got the T-top on this one, or removable, hard top rather. What you can see on this one, guys, look at the center console. It's got a splash of chrome paint on there. That's really detail you didn't have to get. Although you've got these sun or moon roofs, so might as well put the detail on the interior. I like the choice of going with light gray interior on this to really make the detail on the interior pop. You can see a different color for the center console, and then the instrument panel, the dashboard, the steering wheel is a good steering wheel. It's not, they didn't cheap out on that. Mirrors reflect again. Just a really cool job. Fair Lady Z, 1989. We'll go to the 70s. On the next one, we have got number 43, a 1970 Toyota Karina. And I love the choice of blue. So far, as I look over these cars, we got red, black, green, red, and then this blue. Perfect for the era. Colors that they would have been painted in. Check out the color matched interior. That's exactly what would have come in the car back then. Again, another metal flake paint job that is really well done. White walls, period correct wheels. This one rolls a lot better than the other one that we tested. And this one rolls really well, actually. We got paint for your tail lamps on this one. Another vehicle I've never heard of, Karina. It's got the fender mirrors. And it's got silver wipers on here, contrasting the black dashboard. That's really well done. Ooh, we do get lensed headlamps on the front of this one. And really reflective indicator lights on the bumper. Look how proportionate the tires are for this vehicle back then. Would have been tiny, tiny cars. Love this one. Toyota Karina. Back it up about a decade to go to 1966 for this Datsun Sunny. And I noticed on the package, so far we've had a license on every one of these vehicles, and this Nissan is no exception to that. So, as far as I can tell, every one of these have been a licensed vehicle. I got some little mud flaps here behind these tires. That's kind of cool. This is like an off-white, almost eggshell color. Love that they put the white wall tires on it. Tiny, tiny car. Lensed headlamps on that. Datsun Sunny. We've got some wipers on the front windshield. Little badge here on the fender. And coming around on the rear, tail lamps that are way too small to put any plastic in there. That is reflective paint on top of a shiny piece of chrome. So, well done on the Datsun Sunny. We've got our first Isuzu of the bunch. Isuzu Gemini is our number 46 piece. And this is from 1974. I kind of like this car. Reminds me of a 510. I didn't know the Isuzu Gemini. Pretty run-of-the-mill four-door, compact. Got multiple colors on your tail lamps. All of these have had trim, I believe, around all the windshields and windows. You get so much detail packed into these vehicles, guys. And again, a beautiful metal flight blue on that. Not a whole lot to say. Gorgeous looking car. All right, we are going to kick up the cool factor on number 47 because we have got a 84 Toyota MR2. We have got a really cool forest green gold two-tone paint job. And tell me that does not look exactly like that car did. Cladding all down the sides. Tail lamps look right on the money. Toyota on this little spoiler here on the back. Such a different level of MR2 than what Matchbox gave everybody a couple years ago when they did the ones with the lens or the headlamps that popped up and down. This is a premium version of that vehicle, and I love this one. No opening parts on these, and for me, that is just fine. Thank you very much. Indicator lights here under the pop-up lamps. Obviously, those aren't going to be working on this model. Some wipers here, and just check out the rims on that. Sharp car, Toyota MR2. Had to do a double take on this one. As modern as we got with the MR2, we're gonna go back. We got a Renault 4CV. I guess it was some kind of collaboration with Hino. I have no idea what's going on here. I know Renault. I know this vehicle was running all over France at the time. I did not realize that a company named Hino or Hino, Hino, had any kind of relationship with Renault, but here we are. Color matched rims on this, white walls on top of that, little chrome center cap. Pretty distinct Renault styling, almost like a Volkswagen here on the back. That would be where your engine is, I guess. Looks like that's vented for engine cooling. Steering wheel might be a little bit big on this one, guys, unless this car was that small. Wipers appear to be in mid wipe. Lensed headlamps, chrome on the front. Crazy, crazy car. Last one for today will be a 1966 Toyota Corolla. And it's always interesting to me to see how long some car carrier or car makers rather have used the model name for these vehicles. Here is the Corolla, over 60 years old, right at 60 rather. Nothing like the Corolla we know today, other than it being small in stature. Still get lensed lamps on this guy. Look at, so that's pretty impressive. Two different colors at that. Another cool car. Super, super tiny vehicle. I hope you've enjoyed getting to see 10 more of these legendary Japanese car series. I've had fun. I'll be adding, hopefully, the remaining ones, and I think we've got about 50 left, to the collection soon. We'll take a look at them as I can acquire them. Until then, if you have any questions about these, leave me a comment below. I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you guys on the next video.